Hey, there's a new music program here at VOA, Beyond Category, a concert series hosted by Eric Felten. It is the latest in a long line of VOA programs that cross cultural boundaries through jazz.
The TV show is recorded at various jazz clubs around Washington, where Eric not only interviews his guests, but he also joins them on stage for some musical improv. Now, in this On Assignment Rewind, I meet up with him at one of those clubs, Blues Alley, to talk about the program.
You know, the great thing about jazz is it's music of the moment, and you know, not everything is improvised in jazz, but a lot of it is improvised, which means that the musicians aren't playing off of an exact set of notes that have been written out, but a lot of it is spontaneous, a musical conversation.
So that's typically how you stage it, then you have them perform first, get a feel for their playing, and then you do the interview?
Well, we mix up having the performance and the interview, and what's great is we're able to talk about what they've just played and then get an idea of what they're going to play next for us and get to hear it.
What can you tell us about Willis Conover, of course, is a figure from The Voice of America. Is your show, are you hoping that this will be a resurgence of VOA at the helm of jazz?
Well, yeah, VOA had this tremendous role in the history of jazz. One, broadcasting around the world, and perhaps most famously broadcasting behind the Iron Curtain. And one of the great things is that the first show we taped for this new program was taped here at Blues Alley, and with this wonderful piano player, Eldar Jangirov, who's a complete phenom. And when he was a kid growing up in Kyrgyzstan, his father was a jazz fan and turned him on to jazz originally because his father had been listening to Willis Conover on VOA. So it kind of comes full circle.
As a matter of fact, my father was born a while ago, and actually he was a teenager when Stalin was ruling Soviet Union, and he actually heard jazz on Voice of America. That was his first introduction to jazz, and he carried that love throughout his whole life.
This tremendous legacy that VOA has in being a voice of jazz around the world, of America's music, and this is a wonderful opportunity to build on that legacy.
This has to be a labor of love for you. You have your own background in music. You told us, that sometimes you actually get up and perform with the subjects of your interviews and the people that you feature on your show. Tell us a little bit about your musical background and how that's influenced this program.
Well, I was very fortunate. My father and my grandfather were professional jazz musicians, and so I learned from a very young age. My grandfather, who played in swing bands in the 1920s and 30s, was my trombone teacher, and it was just, what a wonderful childhood, learning at my grandfather's
all in the family.
All
yes.
in the family, absolutely. So as a player, one of the things that I wanted to do with this show was do a little bit of there's a wonderful piano player named Marian McPartland, and she had for a long time had a radio show called Piano Jazz, and she would sit with other piano players and they'd talk about the music and they'd play things together and they'd kind of bounce off one another, and it was always unpredictable. And so we're taking a nod from Marian McPartland's show to try to capture that same unpredictability. One of the challenges of the show that's a lot of fun is one week we may have somebody who's a real sort of traditional swing type of player, and then the next week somebody who's doing electronica stuff, and the challenge for me is to figure out how to play one with the swing guy and then what to play with the electronica guy, and so it's kind of a tightrope act, and that's the fun of it, and I think adds a little unpredictability, to whether I'm going to succeed or fail at it, and that makes it fun for me, and I hope it makes it fun for the audience as well.
I know that it does, and we've seen you succeeding very well, and we see that you have your trombone sitting by your side, so you are going to play a little bit for us.
There's not really room to play right here, so I'm going to step up to the Blues Alley stage.
That would be perfect. Great. Well, I thought that was a lot of fun to look back on that piece and also to remember how much hidden talent we have here at VOA, not just Eric Felten, but there are a lot of others who are musically inclined.
A lot of people around here. We just aren't there yet, you and I.
Maybe one day. One day. We've got to work on it.